Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 12 of this Let's Play Civilization 5. We are, of course, playing with Venice. In the last episode, let me just turn my fan off, it's getting a bit too cool in here. In the last episode, we did stuff. What on earth did we do? We maneuvered, ready to attack Makassar. In fact, that should fall on our next turn. We took that in the previous episode. Yeah, I'm fairly sure about that. And we've just generally continued to build up. We have a huge army. We are currently researching electricity. What are we actually going for? Refrigeration? Yeah, for the extra movement speed. Then after that, we probably actually want electronics. Possibly combustion. Certainly railroad. Steam power wouldn't be too bad, although that's fairly easily replaced with combustion when we get that far. Although that will take a while, to be fair. Right, we'll just continue with electricity. That's fine. And kind of depends on how much oil we have, will somewhat determine where we can go tech-wise, production-wise. Eiffel Tower, what does Eiffel Tower do again? 5 happiness, so yeah, bunch of tourism. So Rashid is really going for a tourism victory, which is somewhat concerning because that could well usurp my own plans. So we may need to do what we can to take Rashid out, which is annoying because he's kind of the Bank of Venice right now. Another trade route. Come on, guys. I need that money. Research agreement between whom? America and Indonesia. That's probably not going to finish America. Just saying. Between me and Lisbon. Alright. Well, let's finish taking that last city then. Bombardment. You would die if you took that, so let's move you out of the way. Let's have you move up. Let's bring you over here. You can't bombard, so you're going to have to take it, which you will do fairly easily. Oh, he looks so upset. I feel bad now. I don't feel bad. Alright, create the puppet, because that's all we can do. Cool, so that's them done. They're no longer allies. I do, unfortunately, need to make peace with them, each individually, which I will do because I don't really want to fight them. This, I think, actually resets our relations to 0, so like Wellington was a bit peeved with us because we'd been sailing through them. Not anymore. So that's pretty good. Does anyone want money? Just Zanzibar, but we've already got Zanzibar. So never mind. Right, so I think the next thing is to start positioning ourselves for the next war, which will be Chicago, Washington, Atlanta. Land armies will move around to take Boston, while our ships go and take New York. Philadelphia would be the easiest one to take, but I don't particularly want to fight a two-front war. So I think we will need to move around. Made peace with a whole bunch of people. Yes, thank you. That was in fact me doing it, so I'm aware of that. Indonesia is no longer the ally of a lot of people. Cool. Right, let's move some of you guys around. America is definitely going to be feeling a little bit threatened now, but that's okay. But how are the various nations feeling about things right now? Right, it's here, isn't it? You are guarded. Clearly see the potential threat. Early concerns. Doesn't care. Early concerns. Doesn't care. Clearly see. So Washington and Harun al-Rashid are the potential problematic ones. We are just behind Maria now. So yeah, it's just going to be America, man. You're still using galleasses. Okay. Let's just make sure that we can get into position. You need to come up here and repair. You are still exploring. Let's go around the coast. Barbarians? I don't know. Right, and we have you on your way over here to take that out. I might send you up. I kind of like having a defensive force around here, so I'm just going to leave you here. In fact, I'm going to then select you. Hello. Fortify. Right, let's continue exploring. Yeah, the Great Barrier Reef. Marvellous. That's actually given me a fair bit of happiness. Let's head up here. You guys are on your way to Bratislava, I believe. Oh, you guys could actually head south now. As Wellington is no longer hostile to us, it is now safe to move these fleets, which is lovely. Right. That's you lot done. You guys can't move. I thought I already skipped you. Apparently not. And what else do we need to do? Nothing, I don't think. Onwards! Oh great, the vermin are breeding. Now I have to deal with both you and Denmark. I have to teach them a lesson. Oh, Greece doesn't like me. You'll pay for this. Oh, I see, you denounce Greece, and you're saying to me because I'm friends with Denmark. Right, okay. Yeah. Ooh, Isabella's denouncing me. Now, if she denounces me and Washington doesn't, then I'm going to denounce her and I'm going to go after her first. Although I'm already in position for Washington. Oh, it's really not... Oh. Okay, lots of people are denouncing me then. Is Washington going to? Because Spain would be super easy to take down. Sorry, Spain, but you would be. Just need to move the fleet over there, and my fleet's pretty quick. It does not look like Washington's denouncing me. Nope, they're not. Okay, in that case, I'm going to go after Spain. Because you suck. And your cities are quite nice. Wow, you have a lot of iron. You have 12 iron in Seville alone. Wow, Seville's a good city. Crikey. Right, what are we voting on? Cultural heritage sites, which give us +3. Each wonder gives +3 culture. That would be very good for me. I have quite a few of them now. And designate world religion. This is Denmark, voting for that. I'm going to abstain with Denmark, and I'm going to vote for the cultural heritage sites. Yes. Is there a way of seeing how many I actually have compared to the others? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 2. Ooh, I'm going to grab the Great Library if I fight you. Oh, but you have the Great Lighthouse. I want the Great Lighthouse. Everyone else actually has a lot of wonders, but I will be stealing those. Tourism, that's the one I was going to check, because I need to see how dangerous Arabia is right now. They are familiar with me, they're gaining quickly. You know what? Going after Arabia would really be the one I need to do, but oh man, you have riflemen already. Damascus and Medina would fall extremely easily. Mecca, though, would be far greater challenge, because I've only got the 3 squares I could actually attack you from. However, my army is already here. So going after Arabia would actually be easier, though that would lose me a whole bunch of money, because I am trading a lot with Mecca. Who's trading with me? 2 from Arabia, 2 from Spain. Like, everyone wants to trade with Venice, because Venice gives them a lot of money, but it also gives me a lot of money. Yeah, we do have a lot of trade routes with Mecca. 2 of them have run out. We've only just reset that one. That one runs out soon. So we'll probably lose two trade routes if we wait 9 turns. Like, we could go after Spain first, and actually we would lose 2 for going after you. Do we have any with America? We have none with America. So really going after the US would be the best option, though they're the only one that has not denounced me. Although I'm surprised by that, because I think that my warmongering is of global importance. Like, I could end up at war with a couple of people here, so maybe I should tread a bit carefully. But I want to fight. Fighting's fun. Meanwhile, worker, you are doing sugar. Marvellous. We're going to leave you there so you can have keep an eye out around that area. You're going to keep exploring because I need to see more stuff. So are you. And you're there. Stick you at Belgrade and repair you. What am I going to go after? I think I kind of have to go after Arabia because they are a threat. More than Spain. Spain will be easy. Arabia, except for Mecca, will be easy. So if I get upgraded battleships, or even upgraded frigates to be fair, I'll be able to hit them with a lot more stuff. I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frigates bombarding. My frigates need more experience. What are you guys doing with experience? Not a lot. Because their next experience level up unlocks the +1 range, which is really what I'm after here. But actually, you're pretty close. So some of them are fairly close. I need to repair up the privateers and the like, so maybe what I'll do is I'll just maneuver into position and get ready for a war. We'll leave our army here by Washington because we'll use the army to take out the Americans. And we'll have our fleet in standby. Well, after Arabia's fallen, we'll shift the fleet down here to come after them. Meanwhile, I think that naval production will once again need to start. Although I would still like to finish a few more of these, particularly those. And then start building privateers. Plus, of course, I can buy stuff and actually buy another city. And I should do that while I'm at peace. Wellington's in a pretty nice place for it. I was kind of looking up here because it would be kind of nice to have a bridgehead to attack. So some territory which is already mine, but because Damascus and Medina will fall really quite easily. Although Medina has a... Oh, you have 81 defense? I can't do that until I have modern ships. Huh. Spain is just so weak. They're last by a long way. And America is not that much stronger, and they have a lot of cities, which would dramatically boost my production. But if I fight America, then it's very likely that Arabia and Spain, and probably Greece, will go to war with me. How is Maria feeling about us? You're friendly. I'm going to make a declaration of friendship with you.
Sou todo ouvidos.
Yeah, I don't really blame you. Although I think a declaration of friendship also kind of functions like a non-aggression pact, I think. Don't quote me on that one though. Decisions. Who's the biggest army? Denmark. I could get Denmark and Arabia fighting, potentially.
He'll die. Let's go.
Where are the majors? There they are. On you.
Det er en fin aftale. Selv en simpel tigger ville være en.
What if I give you 20 gold a turn? No, I can give you the nutmeg. Put that down to 5. Don't really want to give you that much coal. I'll give you 3 coal.
Det er en fin aftale. Selv en simpel tigger ville være en. Det er en fin aftale. Selv
Really
en
want that
simpel
nutmeg,
tigger
don't
ville
oh,
være en.
sugar, don't you?
Det er en fin aftale. Selv
No,
en
I'm not giving you the
simpel
sugar.
tigger vil være enig.
I'll give you 50 gold.
Det må jeg afvise. Det må jeg afvise.
Are you just
Det må
saying
jeg
no now?
afvise.
What's changed, dude? We used to be pals. Money, it's so powerful. Right, so Denmark and Arabia are now at war, which will keep Arabia busy. And in fact, what I could do is bribe Maria
Bons dias.
to declare war on Arabia. You have a massive navy as well.
Sou todo ouvidos.
And then we'd all be in the same war, so I don't think they'd be quite as upset about me taking stuff. And then at least I would have Maria and Denmark, who are friendly to me. Let's see what it would take for you to declare war on Harun. Oh, that's
Ireis
cheap.
considerar esta
Don't
oferta.
want to give you that. I'll give you 2. And I'll give you 40 a turn.
Ireis considerar esta oferta.
I don't want to give you the nutmeg. 45?
Recusamos. Certamente que não. Muito bem.
Money is so powerful. There we go. Screw you, Harun. And this means that I'm now in a position to start shifting my own forces in that direction. And you guys, which way would be quicker? Going around this way, probably. Except you've now blocked me off. Fantastic, so I have to go this way. Let's put you here so you can repair up a bit. So America is really getting in my way. That's alright. We'll get there quickly enough. I mean, I could land the land forces to go after Mecca. I probably will need to do that. We'll start positioning them over there. I mean, once those cities have fallen, I'll have rather more options. Who's this? You're on your way over to Venice. Just to keep an eye on things over here. You are there. So you're not. Oh, you just can't move. Wait. Next turn. This should be interesting. Fine. I'm really not that concerned about Greece because he's quite weak. Oh, Harold's second to last, despite having the biggest army? Interesting. Now, I don't actually want them taking cities, I just want them to do damage, because I want the cities for myself. This is mostly a gambit so that they don't get the warmonger for me taking the cities, so that I'm not at war with the entire world, just half of it. I can take half of the world, that's fine. At least I hope I can. Okay. Meanwhile, my science is going up and up and up and up, which is always lovely. I have electricity in 5 turns. I want destroyers. Our refrigeration's only useful for the extended trade routes, which is kind of irrelevant now. We are going to need this. The submarines is nice, but they're not as useful. Oh, Wellington's on Harun's side. Could probably flip that. 97, this will give me 80. Not quite. I need people that need money. Who's greedy? None of you. Grr. Alright, let's continue moving. More damaged. More not. Can definitely do with some more ships, particularly privateers, I think. A bit of a look around. Still need to use you. I might use you to just buy Wellington. You know what? We're going to do that. Next turn, we buy Wellington, which means Wellington's no longer at war with them. Which is kind of hilarious. Alright, the Venetians, they're on their way. Still want most of the troops being built in Venice, so I'm just going to go on a purchasing spree. Do we want frigates or privateers? I think we want privateers, because they're the ones who tend to get spent in attacking stuff. Let's keep an eye over there. This is good, being able to see some more of the world, particularly around that area, because I don't know how strong they are. More raiding. I could also build more ships. Just buy a whole bunch. See no reason not to. At least in the cities that are close. Need to make sure that they have armories there. And you purchase. Oh, you know what I'm missing still? Factories. Can we build one here? Am I out of coal? Did I give them one? No, I didn't. Got to build a factory. Or am I just missing it? No workshop, that's why. There we go. And you are still in resistance. How long? Next turn. Medan, I'm pretty sure I bought a factory here, or not, I haven't. Where is the workshop? What's before workshop? Forge? No. Why don't I build a factory here? I'm legitimately not sure. It's definitely not the forge, it's a workshop, but there is no workshop. There's a windmill, but no workshop. Why can't I build a factory here? Oh, it's looking down here, but I forget it has workers, so it's actually listed up there. Alright, cool. And you, I can't build one, though you already have a workshop, so I can buy that next turn. Which means I think I can afford one more frigate. Or a privateer. Yeah. Cool. Right, you are that and that. They won't have the... what's it called? Morale bonus. Thanks for the help of your delegates. Our recent proposal to the World Congress was successful. We look forward to your continued support and we'll try to return the favour. You're welcome. Now, it would be hilarious if Denmark or Portugal tried to bribe me to join the war now. I don't think they do, though. The AI is not quite that silly. On the verge of another policy. Lovely jubbly. We could roll over Damascus. Medina, now with its 60 defense, would be a little bit tougher. could get a new policy, which could potentially be one of those, or even patronage. Or we get an ideology. Level 2, what are they? Happiness from food, or from science buildings. Factories increase science output by 25%. Yes, please. Because all my cities have factories. I'm now producing 293 science a turn, which is rather a lot. Meanwhile, Surabaya, purchase, factory. Marvellous. Okay, all of my cities now have factories, which means I'll be churning out those buildings super fast, meaning those cities will be super money-making awesome. But I do need to be careful about my trade routes, because I am going to lose a bunch of money. At least 100 when I go to war with Arabia. 120 or so. Plus any trade routes they managed to plunder. But that is part of the reason I wanted Portugal in the war. It's because they have lots of ships. They can hunt down the Arabian ships. So I don't need to worry quite so much about them. Great admirals are quite slow. Do they not get the bonuses from... No, they don't. Huh. But then again, we could also steal a lot of money from them from plundering the trade routes. Which would also be nice. I mean, you can see 3 trade routes, like right there. We should be able to land a pretty significant force fairly early on into this war. Keep the privateers over here just to kind of screen them. But we can land all of these guys here prior to the war kicking off, so they're actually on the ground and ready to fight, which would be nice. Let's just leave you there and keep an eye on things. Let's have you come back to Venice in order to repair. Who's this? Ragusa. You would be best off coming out this way. I'll send you up here so we can see a bit of this unexplored terrain. Frigate, and come up here. Another privateer. Another trading vessel. Man, we could make so much money. Might even go to war with them next turn just for that. Although that would mean I wouldn't be able to land anymore. And then the Venetian one would sail off. Venice is building an arsenal. Like, all of my cities are pretty well defended themselves, with the exception of Makassar. And basically all of my newly captured ones aren't that well fortified, but the rest are. And we buy Wellington. We are now second. And we're only just behind Haroun. You see, we went from last to second in like 200 years. That's what money does.
Ireis considerar esta oferta?
Making a declaration of friendship. Yes, please. Right, good. So that means that Denmark and Portugal will not be upset if I go to war, basically. Especially if I'm at war with fellow rivals. Captain Harold Bluetooth. I don't think I've ever seen a leader called Captain. It's always like King or Consul or whatever. Not Consul, what is the word? Begins with a C. Consul. That's the one. Not console, but consul. But with that, we will need to end this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, then please do hit the like button. If you have not done so already, then please do consider subscribing as well. I realise I have not actually spoken about any Civ 6 stuff at all. I had the notes written down, I just got bogged down with actually playing the game. So I will try and do that in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.